fellow collectors, and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we are taking a look at the DX Vision Driver from Kamen Rider Geats. And if you've been following the show, you know that this is used by the Game Master, Kamen Rider Glare. He is over here on the left side of the box. Later on, he was replaced with a new Game Master who became Glare 2. But there's a second Vision Driver that's used by the head producer. I'm not 100% sure what his title is, but he becomes Kamen Rider Gazer. So I think it's actually kind of cool. There's two sides to the box, so we have kind of the Glare side and the Gazer side. But here is Gazer here on the right side of the box. You can use the same Vision Driver here to get all three, which is really cool. We'll go through all that. But I just love how, depending on which one you like more, you can kind of display the box on either side. I think that's really cool. On the side here, not really much going on, just the DGP logo. Over here just kind of shows you the contents of the box. Got a picture of the Vision Driver there on the top. And then just your kind of standard warnings and whatnot here on the bottom. Now, I think it's over here. Yeah, this actually takes 3 AA batteries. So I know most things take AAA batteries. This actually takes AA's. It seems like most things that have LED screens take AA's because the Demon's Driver was the same way. So, pretty cool box. I like this a lot, but let's go ahead and get it out of the packaging here, and we'll take a closer look. So here's the Vision Driver out of the packaging. Now, it does come with belt straps. I've decided to just leave them in the box because I never wear these things. So there are belt straps included. I wanted to mention that. But you can see that this part is actually connected because this is the part that can read the buckles. So of course there's wires that have to get back to the screen here. So if you do put the belt straps on, you have to click it through here and then feed it through this and then click the other one in here and then connect them around in the back. This is where you put the 3 AA batteries. They go in this compartment here. You just push the button down, the plate slides off, and then you can go ahead and pop them in. Got your on and off switch here. Got the thumbprint button here on the top. It doesn't actually need your thumbprint, it's just a button. Got your speaker right here. You got this really beautiful LED screen here, which you're going to see in a minute. And I'm trying to be careful, but of course it's picking up all kinds of dust and fingerprints, and when it's lit up, it's not a big deal, but I've been trying to keep that clean. And then here is the piece over here where you attach the buckles for it to read. So very, very cool. I like this a lot. Of course, we do have the card here, which they use to transform. This is another piece that you just feed through the belt strap, and this is on the side, and then they just pop the card out of it. Now, you'll kind of recognize these cards. Very, very similar to the one that the Future Riders use, but this is just a little bit smaller. So I tried to put this in the Laser Rays riser, and it didn't do anything because it's too small. So you can fit it in there, but when you click the piece in, it doesn't like go deep enough to hit the buttons to activate a sound. So I know people will probably ask that, but unfortunately this does not work in the Laser Rays riser. Because you can see here, if I kind of line these up, it's just a little too small. And I know that's probably hard to see, but you can kind of see it's just a fraction small. So when it goes in, it doesn't push the buttons inside enough to do anything. So no sound effects there. I guess technically you probably could use this. Now this doesn't have a reader. It's just a button. So when you slide the card in, it just hits a button that clicks in and that activates it. So you could probably use whatever card you want to activate it. And I think this could probably fit in here if you wanted to. No, I guess it's a little too big. Yeah, so that actually won't fit in there. So there you go. So really, unfortunately, even though they look very similar, not a lot of cross compatibility with these. So I'm just going to put that off to the side, and we will go ahead and turn this thing on so you can see it in all its beauty. So when you first turn it on, it says Vision Driver. When you hit the button, it'll let you cycle through all the different people that have used it. So once you go past them, you can't go back, unfortunately, unless you turn it off and on again. But I just wanted to show you, if you're trying to get to Glare 2, you just keep hitting the button until you get there. So I'm going to take the card out, and we'll put this off to the side, and we will go ahead and transform into Glare first. So really cool. You are transformed into Kamen Rider Glare. And it'll kind of stay like this for a minute until it kind of goes back to eventually it'll turn off. But if you hit the button up top here, so it says hacking on. If you scan the card, that's his first attack, delete. And then if you scan this twice, it does shut down. So really all three of these guys have kind of the same sounds depending on which one you're in. You're still going to get the transformation, you're going to get hacking on, you're going to get delete, and you're going to get shut down. And that's just kind of using this thing on its own without using any buckles. I'm going to do all the buckles at the end, but I just wanted to kind of show that off. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and then we'll turn it back on again and try out Kamen Rider Gazer. So you can hear there's different standby music, different LED colors. So I think that's really cool. The LEDs really dance around. I like it a lot. This thing is really, really pretty. So we'll go ahead and do hacking on. Come on. So we'll turn it off and turn it on again, and now we'll do Glare 2. So now you're Glare 2. So a little trick that I learned, if you're using this, you should be using this one because it has the straight edge. But if you want it to hit twice, you can actually use this because it has kind of the up and down. So you can actually just go straight to the shutdown sound if you use the other side of the card. Because it has the contours, it'll kind of hit the button twice in one swipe, which is kind of cool. But yeah, so that's basically all you can do with this thing without bringing in any other buckles. You have the 3 different modes, Glare, Gazer, and Glare 2. And then they have the hacking on, the delete, and the shutdown for each. But just really beautiful LEDs. But let's go ahead, let's have some fun bringing in some buckles here. And you can use the little ones as well. Someone uses one for beat. So I'm not going to do every buckle there is. The video would be forever. I wanted to do the main 5. Now I'll go through a couple of the like upgrades. So that one just says great too. So it does know Boost Mark II. So for most of the upgrades, it basically just says great, but it does know Boost and Boost Mark II. Now I thought it'd be fun to just do a couple random things. Here is the Yamato buckle. So it just says great for that as well. Here's a random armed weapon. So it actually shows the weapon and has a little animation for it. I think that's really cool. Here is a random rider buckle. Here's Kabuto. So it actually knows the name and kind of shows like the little mask of Kabuto. I think that's awesome. Here's O's. So I think that's really fun. I mean, that would assume that we can actually read all of the different riders and have little masks for all of them. That's fantastic. And then just for fun, here is the King Oger buckle. So So I think that's fantastic. It says Super Sentai, and it has like the colored lines for all the different team members, and it looks like Aka Ranger there. That's really, really fantastic. This thing is a ton of fun. There's so much functionality packed into this. It reminds me very much of the Demon Driver from last year. It has a beautiful LED screen. It has compatibility with most, not all, but most of the gimmick items from this year. I mean, a lot of the power-ups kind of have the same sound and display screen, but the Demon's Driver was the same way. But I mean, it's going to read most of the buckles you have. All the little armed weapons, have little pictures and animations. It has little faces for all the different Legend Riders. That blew me away. The Super Sentai one is so awesome. I love the colored lines for the different members of Go Ranger. And then having, Aka Ranger there in the front. I thought that was so fun. So this thing's just great. It is kind of pricey, I will admit, but that's because of the LED screen. But it's really worth checking out, especially if you've been collecting all the gimmick items this year. You're going to really get your money's worth because there's just a ton of functionality in this thing. So I highly recommend it. It was a premium Bandai item. I think I got mine from Toku Collectibles, but at this point you could probably check around the usual secondary market sites, Mandarake, Yahoo Japan Auctions, Japanese Mercari, things like that. But yeah, this one's definitely one to check out, especially if you've been collecting all the gimmicks this year, because that's going to get you the most functionality out of this thing. But it's a lot of fun. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and as always, thanks so much for watching.